It was a game of truth or dare, and Anna lost. The question was, what color is your underwear? Before she could even answer, her guy best friend, Ethan, jumped in. Pink, he said, then shot me a smirk. Anna and I are basically sisters. I've even done her laundry, man. Don't get the wrong idea. I snapped. What the hell is wrong with you? Anna's face immediately hardened. What did you just say? We're best friends. Her friends all chimed in, calling me insecure, saying I wasn't being a real man. I just threw my hands up. Hey, Ethan, my man, I'm not judging. A big guy like you washing panties, that's a choice. My girl best friend does my laundry, so next time, maybe you can just have Anna do it for you. The room went dead silent. The smug look on Anna's face froze. Ethan pointed a finger at me, his voice cracking. How could you let another woman wash your underwear? That seemed to snap Anna out of it. Her brow furrowed as she turned on me. Noah, are you disgusting? How could you let another woman wash your underwear? I shrugged, acting completely unfazed. Hey, my girl best friend, and I practically grew up in the same crib. She's my sister. I'm her brother. I don't even see her as a girl. What's the big deal? Besides, we've known each other for 20 years. If anything was going to happen, it would have happened long before you came along. Don't worry about it, babe. I patted Anna's head with a big, confident smile. Her face turned beet red. Seeing his chance, Ethan wrapped his arm around Anna, pulling her into a hug. Anna, don't be mad, he cooed. Noah's just got a fragile ego. He's obviously jealous and saying this stuff to get to you. Ignore him for now. We'll make him sleep on the couch when you get home. Anna didn't push him away. She leaned against his chest and looked at me. Why do you always have to compete with Ethan? Can't you be the bigger person for once? He's just a little blunt sometimes. She said it with an air of forgiveness, as if she were magnanimously giving me an out. Her friends piled on. Yeah, Noah, you can't joke about stuff like that. When you have a girlfriend, you need to keep your distance from other women. I glanced around at their self-righteous faces. So what about Anna? Why don't you tell her to keep her distance from other men? Anna cut me off, her voice filled with annoyance. That's completely different. Ethan is different. My eyes widened. I lunged forward and yanked down Ethan's pants. Different? How? You're missing a dick? Ethan shrieked and scrambled to pull his pants up while Anna jumped in front of me, furious. Are you crazy? I shrugged again, nonchalant. What's the problem? You're best friends, right? Like sisters. What's a little peek? I backed away. Anyway, I'm out. I'm meeting my girl best friend for dinner. I didn't want to hear their excuses. I waved at them and turned to leave. At the door, I paused. Oh, by the way, I said, pointing it in his chest, my girl best friend's boobs are way bigger than yours. It's much more comfortable to bury your face in them. Maybe you should eat better, Ethan. I laughed, then slammed the door shut. The funny thing is, Anna was the one who pursued me. She brought me water at basketball games and made me lunches. The day we got together, a lot of my friends warned me not to date a girl with a big, cliquey friend group, and especially not one with a guy best friend. But I didn't care. She had her guy best friend, and I had my female confidant. 3 days passed without any contact from Anna. Then Ethan suddenly added me on iMessage and invited me to go hiking. Hey Noah, he wrote. Anna's always been the type to pout and hold a grudge. I'm usually the one who cheers her up. I'll bring her along to apologize. Couples shouldn't let misunderstandings fester. How about we go hiking this weekend? Reading his cringy message, I took a bite of my kebab and readily agreed. While I got to the base of the trail, Anna and Ethan were there, wearing matching windbreakers. 2 of her friends were with them. Anna walked over hesitantly and took my arm, her voice dripping with artificial remorse. Noah, I thought you weren't coming. She looked down. I'm sorry. I was wrong the other day, and my friend were way out of line. Can we just move past this and be good again? I mean, we've met each other's parents. We have to learn to work through things. The 2 friends also mumbled half-hearted apologies. Ethan came over and casually slung his arm over my shoulder. Come on, Noah. Don't be so petty. Be a man. They apologized, so let's just drop it. Anna started shaking my arm, trying to be cute. Honey, you're not mad at me anymore, are you? My friends have never apologized to anyone before. They only came today to help us make up. She winked at me. So, aren't you going to show some appreciation? It was another hint that I should be buying them all lunch. Fine. I said, clearing my throat. Since you're all being so mature about this. I paused for effect. I want to thank your ancestors for the past 18 generations. One of Anna's friends stomped her foot. Anna, you're so desperate, she yelled. It's bad enough you're obsessed with this guy, but you drag us here to apologize to your boyfriend just to get humiliated? Do you think we have no self-respect? I quickly pulled Anna behind me protectively. Don't you dare talk to my Anna like that, I said. You claim to love her, but all you do is put her down. I see it now. All that girl power talk is a lie. Deep down, you just enjoy tearing her down. Anna, probably surprised to see me defending her so fiercely, got stars in her eyes. She snuggled against me and hugged me tight. Noah is my boyfriend. What's wrong with me loving him? The two friends were silenced. Anna then thoughtfully handed me a water bottle. But when I saw the lipstick stain on the rim, I quickly waved my hand. No, thanks. In the next second, Ethan snatched the bottle from her and started chugging it down. He tilted his head back, drinking dramatically, and as he did, I saw the titanium steel chain around his neck. Dangling from it was a ring. I recognized it instantly. It was the couple's ring I had given Anna. Hey man, you don't mind if I drink Anna's water, do you? Ethan said, we grew up sharing everything. Total platonic friendship. Pro tip, love is about freedom, not control. You're just her boyfriend, so don't try to manage every aspect of her life. Anna, completely oblivious, was rummaging through her bag looking for a tissue for him. I saw Ethan shoot me a triumphant, challenging smirk. When I didn't say anything, he pressed on. We've all apologized. Don't you think you owe us an apology, Noah? You made up a fake woman just to make a point and made Anna cry for days. He put on a show of defending her honor. Anna looked at me, frowning. Noah, you really did go too far. I stayed silent. Just then, a tall, slender woman in stylish athletic wear walked over. She had a slim waist and long legs. She took the water bottle I just opened for her and took a sip. Sorry I'm late, she said. The timing was perfect. This is Chloe, I announced, wrapping my arm around her shoulder intimately. My girl best friend. We were born in the same month of the same year. I invited her to come hiking with us. Hope you guys don't mind. Anna shoved Ethan aside and grabbed my arm. Noah, how can you put your arm around another woman? I stroked my chin and smiled. Chloe's not just another woman. She's practically family. It's a pure friendship. You're not going to get jealous of my girl best friend, are you? Don't be so possessive. I honestly don't even see her as a woman. She's different. As I spoke, I pried Anna's hands off me and gave Chloe's toned waist a squeeze. Noah, get back here. Anna's face was a thundercloud. After all, Chloe was gorgeous, easily outshining her. Chloe linked her hand with mine, flashing the couple's ring on her finger. Don't get the wrong idea, Anna, she said, her voice smooth and pleasant but dripping with provocation. We've slept in the same bed since we were kids. If I was into Noah, you would have never had a chance. Anna's face flushed with anger. She glared at Chloe. Noah has a girlfriend. Can you please keep her distance? Before Chloe could answer, I laughed. Anna, why are you being so selfish? Here's some advice. Love is about freedom, not control. You're just my girlfriend. Don't try to manage my life. She's a woman, Anna yelled. I waved my hand dismissively. I don't see her that way. Ethan, my man, you should talk to your friend. Girls shouldn't get so jealous over nothing. Ethan, standing next to Anna, seemed to finally snap out of his stupor. He looked down and pinched Anna's cheek, forcing a smile. Let's go. Let's start the hike. You can't just keep us all waiting here. But Anna was too pissed off to be placated. She suddenly lunged forward, pointing at the ring on Chloe's hand. Why is my ring on her finger? I slapped my forehead. Oh, that. She said she liked it the other day, so I let her borrow it for a few days. It's no big deal. Chloe picked up the line seamlessly. We've shared everything since we were kids. What's is mine? And it looked like she was about to explode. That's our couple's ring, she screamed hysterically. Noah, this is cheating. Her eyes were red and welling up with tears. My smile vanished. I lifted my chin. Then what's that Ethan is wearing? Anna spun around to look, then angrily snatched the ring from around Ethan's neck. When did you take my ring? She demanded. Ethan scratched his head awkwardly. It's just a stupid ring. What's the big deal? And his two friends chimed in to support him. Yeah, that cheap thing from a broke guy obviously isn't worth much. Why are you making such a scene? We used to share socks back in the day. I chuckled. Did you share boyfriends too? The two of them shot me a hateful glare and shut up, their cheeks burning. Anna quickly put her ring back on. She turned to me, her voice back to its syrupy sweet tone. Honey, look, I have mine back. Can you put yours back on too? Seeing her so sincere, I decided to give her a little reward. I slipped my ring back on my finger, and Anna visibly relaxed. On the hike up, Anna was all over me, clinging to me just like when we first started dating. Ethan tried to talk to her several times, but she completely ignored him. He was fuming, his hands balled into fists, glaring at me like he wanted to eat me alive. Honey, Anna said, I know you were upset about me and Ethan, so you hired someone to make me jealous. I get it, I was wrong. I'll definitely keep my distance from him from now on. I glanced at her, but didn't respond. How much did you pay for this actress? She huffed, annoyed. Before I could react, she snatched my phone and checked my recent transactions. She gasped. You spent that much on an actress who can't even do anything? What a waste of money. You should have just given it to me. I took my phone back and saw the charge for the watch I bought a couple of days ago. He smiled the hair. Of course. A man should spend money on his girlfriend. That's just how it is. I'll transfer you my entire allowance next month. Anna threw her arms around me, ecstatic. I looked over her shoulder at Ethan. He walked over, his voice sour. How much could your allowance possibly be? You didn't know this, did you, Noah? I used to send Anna $300, $400, even $500 at a time. He tried to peek at my phone screen, then turned back to Anna. I'll send you my whole allowance for the month later. Anna glanced at my face, then rolled her eyes at him. Do I look like I need your pocket change? Can't you see you're pissing off my boyfriend? Ethan was speechless, but a second later, his expression softened, and he crouched down in front of her. Anna, let me carry you up the mountain, he said gently. The path ahead is rough. I don't want you to twist your ankle. Her two friends started their chorus. See, if you don't take care of your own girlfriend, someone else will. Girls prefer warm affection over cold, hard cash. Ethan shot me a challenging look. Remember that time you got lost in the woods, Anna? I was the one who carried you home then, too. His words clearly triggered a memory, and Anna's eyes filled with tears of sentimental gratitude. He turned back to me. It's a pure friendship, man. Noah won't mind, right? Right, Noah? I grinned and nodded. Right. And I gestured for Chloe to come over and crouched down myself. All right, then, I said as Chloe hopped onto my back. I secured my hands under her legs and grinned. We'll see you at the top. We're all friends here. I totally get it. Pure friendship. I started walking with Chloe on my back. Anna ditched Ethan and ran after me. Noah, I thought we agreed no more actresses, she whined. I don't know why you won't believe me, Anna. I sighed. Chloe is my girl best friend. By the time we reached the summit, Anna had completely changed her tune. She wouldn't even look at Ethan. Later, when everyone went to get their lunch boxes, Ethan cornered me, his face dark. I underestimated you, he hissed. You think bringing some girl here to provoke Anna will make her give up on our relationship? Not a chance. I dropped my smile. You're in love with Anna? I asked him. Ethan scoffed, looking utterly confident. Be smart and back off. Anna can only be my woman. I just shook my head. You know about Jason, right? He threatened. If you don't know what's good for you, you'll end up just like him. Jason was Anna's ex-boyfriend. Just 40 days into their relationship, he had jumped off a bridge and tried to kill himself. He'd been blackmailed, extorted, and was drowning in debt. In total despair, he chose to end it all. I took a shaky step back. Ethan thought he had scared me, and a smug smile spread across his face. But in the next instant, I swung my fist and punched him hard in the face. The commotion drew everyone's attention. I immediately dropped to the ground, my voice hoarse. Anna, it hurts. Ethan just hit me out of nowhere. He has serious anger issues. He's a total psycho. Ethan staggered toward me, clutching his face, screaming. You nearly broke my nose. Who's the psycho here? Anna's friend said. Anna, you can't be so love-blind that you can't see what's right in front of you. Ethan is clearly the victim here. Anna turned to me with a look of disappointment. What happened? Ethan shoved me aside and got in her face, his nose bleeding. Are you blind? He still has my blood on his hand. How could I have hit him? Did I hit him with my face? Anna frowned at me. Noah, how could you hit someone? That's going too far. I sighed dramatically. Ethan told me to watch out, or Jason would come back from the dead to haunt me. My words hung in the air. Not just Anna, but her two friends froze. After all, they were all involved in what happened to Jason. Smack! Anna slapped Ethan across the face. You're a maniac, she shrieked. We're done. Stay away from me. She turned and started to leave with me. Behind us, I could hear her friends complaining. Didn't we agree never to mention his name again? Ethan, are you an idiot? None of that mattered. What mattered was that Anna promised me she would never speak to Ethan again. After Anna left, I wiped my hands fiercely with a wet wipe. I poured Chloe a glass of water. How's Jason? I asked. She took a sip, her face unreadable. He's stable. I nodded and took a deep breath. 3 days later, it was Anna's birthday. The party was at my family's villa. The same familiar faces were there, except for Ethan. Anna was clinging to my arm, being extra sweet. Honey, I love you so much. Let's get engaged in a couple of weeks, okay? Right? Before cutting the cake, her friends insisted on giving their presents. A giant cardboard box was wheeled into the room. Egged on by everyone, Anna went to open it. The lid flew off, and Ethan popped out, holding a bouquet of flowers. Happy birthday. I rolled my eyes. It was like something straight out of a corny 90s rom-com. Everyone screamed and looked at Anna with envy. I just watched her waiting. I thought you cut off all contact, I said, my voice flat. Honey, Ethan's been my best friend since we were kids, Anna pleaded. I already ignored him for 3 whole days. What more do you want from me? He knows he was wrong. Besides, you were wrong too. Ethan told me everything. That Chloe girl is from the theater department, just an actress you hired to piss me off. You made me angry. How could you be so intimate with another woman? I stared at her, my face a blank mask. So what's this gift stunt supposed to mean? He's offering himself as a present. I asked, should I go get a bed for you two? Ethan's face darkened. How can you insult the pure friendship between me and Anna like that? He yelled. I respected her so much, I'd rather jerk off to her picture than touch her. We never slept together. Noah, stop being so paranoid. Anna nodded in agreement. Yeah, honey, don't be so petty. I have no feelings for him. Oh, really? I feigned surprise. No feelings. Ethan, are you having some performance issues? My girl best friend practically passed out from pleasure last time. Ethan was at a loss for words. Well, I continued. I guess the gift Chloe helped me pick out for you is pretty appropriate then. I presented him with a box containing a life-sized replica of that giant dildo from Cyberpunk 2077. The atmosphere turned awkward again. The smile on Anna's face vanished instantly. Noah, I told you to stop hiring actresses to provoke me. I'm not going to fall for it. I threw my hands up. Why won't you believe me? Chloe and I have been in the same class since kindergarten. Ask anyone, I said with a gentle smile. See, you're getting worked up again. We're just looking out for your happiness. Anna suddenly grabbed my hand, her voice sharp. Noah, even if you were childhood friends, you can't be this disgusting. I pointed at Ethan. What's disgusting about it? She's my girl best friend. How dare you defile our pure friendship? Or are you saying you think Ethan is disgusting too? Anna froze. She stammered for a moment, unable to form a coherent sentence. Finally, as if surrendering, she tugged on my sleeve. Honey, just stop seeing that Chloe girl. We're about to get engaged. And what about your guy best friend? I asked, confused. Anna spun around and slapped Ethan across the face. What are you doing here? Get out. Ethan, don't ever show your face to me again. Ethan, fuming, stormed out, screaming from the doorway. You cheap bitch. So you don't need your daddy anymore, huh? Got a big shot now? Don't forget who used to tuck you in at night. You weren't telling me to get lost when you were screaming my name. I pushed Anna away and smiled at Ethan. Hey, Ethan, my man, why get so worked up? Aren't you two just sisters? Ethan glared at me. Don't get too comfortable. This isn't over. With that, he stormed off. I turned back to Anna, my voice gentle. I'm not trying to force you to break up your friendship. You two should talk it out. You have years of history. I'll give you a week. Can you handle it? Oh, honey, you're the best. Anna said, throwing herself into my arms. The moment the party was over, I took off my jacket and threw in the trash. In the car, I couldn't help but vent to Chloe. Toxic, manipulative assholes. Chloe just smiled and poked my forehead. You've been through a lot. But you know, Ethan's threats aren't just empty words. She was right. That night, a post appeared on the university's confessions page on Facebook. The title, 20-Year Friendship Versus My Bestie's Narcissistic Boyfriend Who's Forcing Her to Cut Me Off. The post went viral. It was a long, detailed account of how I had supposedly prevented Anna from having a normal social life with her friends, including leaving parties early, verbally abusing her friends on a hike, and ruining her birthday party. They even posted screenshots of their group chat where they made fun of me. My name wasn't mentioned, but the description was precise: a junior, physics major from a rich family. They might as well have posted my student ID. Soon enough, someone posted my picture in the comments. The rumors and hate messages started pouring in. People would stare and whisper when I walked across campus. No one wanted to be in my group for class projects. I was completely isolated. The story even got picked up and embellished on other social media platforms. The comments section under my old, normal life update posts was flooded with hate. For 3 days, the online mob raged, and Anna didn't call me once. The last message from her on iMessage was from 2 days ago. Honey, I'm dealing with the Ethan situation. I forwarded the link to the Facebook post to her. Just then my phone rang. It was Ethan. Scared yet, Noah? He sneered. This is what happens when you cross me. His voice was dripping with triumphant malice. Aren't you afraid I'll tell Anna? I asked calmly. Ethan burst out laughing, a sound full of scorn. You really think Anna is going to cut me off? Seriously? Her phone is right here in my hand. I've already deleted the message you sent her. He must have opened a door because I could suddenly hear Anna and her friends laughing and chatting in the background. She's just playing you, Ethan taunted. We've known each other for over 20 years. Break up with her before this gets worse. Otherwise, I have plenty of ways to ruin your reputation completely. I paused. Is this what you did to Jason? There was a long silence on his end before he lowered his voice. None of your damn business. Aren't you afraid he'll come back to haunt you? I said coldly. Ethan's voice was still dismissive. He was an idiot, just like you. Just another pawn in our game. He actually thought he'd found true love. Manipulating him was as easy as training a dog. Even if he came back as a ghost, I wouldn't be scared. Noah, I'm warning you. Get out of the picture, or you can go keep that idiot Jason company. He hung up. I did nothing. I let the online storm continue to brew. For days later, Anna came back. She ran to me, all smiles, ready to jump into my arms. Honey, we worked it out. He's never going to bother us again. I held up my phone with the post on the screen and tossed it in front of her. We're breaking up. Anna wouldn't break up with me. Not just because I was the big fish she had worked so hard to catch, but also because, over time, she had started to fall for me. She shot up from her seat and blocked my way, her voice choked with emotion. Noah, you promised that if I cut ties with him, we'd be fine. I pointed at the phone on the table. See for yourself. Anna picked up the phone and scanned the post. 2 minutes later, she looked up at me in horror and handed it back. I didn't know about any of this, she stammered. I'll clear it up right now. I'll tell everyone I cut ties with him willingly, that you didn't force me. She reached for my arm, but I pushed her away. They all told me not to date a girl with a huge clique of besties, I said, my voice full of disappointment. Now I get it. Don't put yourself out. Let's just break up. I grabbed my jacket and walked out. When I woke up for a nap that afternoon, I saw that Anna had posted on the confessions page, the school forums, and Twitter. The online mob immediately shifted its focus. The situation didn't calm down. Instead, the narrative flipped, and all the hate was now directed at Anna. She was called desperate and a simp for ditching her best friend for a boyfriend. The comments were brutal. A picture of her crying and begging me to forgive her went viral. That evening, Ethan cornered me at the campus entrance. His face was pale with rage. You bastard, he snarled. Do you have any idea what you've done? You've dragged Anna into this. She's getting torn apart online. Are you happy now? You're such a scumbag. I was unfazed. My girlfriend is getting hate online. What's it to you? Ethan's eyes were bloodshot. He looked like he wanted to tear me to pieces. Are you her lapdog? I asked, his fists clenched, his body shaking with fury. He looked like he was about to swing, but just stood there, frozen, like his rage meter wasn't full yet. So I raised my hand and slapped him hard across the left cheek. That did it. His rage meter filled up instantly. He raised his hand to hit me back, but just then a voice called out, "What are you two doing?" Anna came rushing over from a distance and, without a second thought, slapped Ethan across his right cheek. Ethan stood there, his face red and swollen on both sides. "You bitch," he screamed. "Are you fucking crazy? Didn't you promise you'd stay away from Noah?" Anna yelled back, "And now you're trying to hit him? Noah is my boyfriend. I always thought of you as a sister, but I can't believe you secretly had feelings for me." Ethan tried to explain, but I shot him a challenging smirk. It broke him. He lunged at me. "You bastard. This is all your fault," he screamed. I shoved him back, grabbed Anna's hand, and pulled her away. "He's a complete psycho," I said with a sigh. Later, Anna promised me again and again that she would expose Ethan for everything he'd done. But I beat her to it. I went online and revealed that her so-called female best friend was, in fact, a man. The story took another turn. The internet gossip mongers flocked to the new drama. The comment sections were a war zone. Many girls called me petty, saying it was normal for a girl to have a guy best friend, but not for a guy to have a girl best friend. Thankfully, a lot of people pushed back. Someone retorted, "If guys can't have girl best friends, then where are all these girls getting their guy best friends from? Does that even make sense?" It was chaos. Then, Ethan went completely silent. The next afternoon, he sent me a message. "You'll never beat me, Noah. Anna will always be mine." And sure enough, Anna posted another clarification. This time, she claimed she had always seen Ethan as a sister. She even said he was gay. They had known each other for over 20 years, she wrote, and there was nothing sordid between them. She posted screenshots of their past conversations, which were all seemingly normal. A few messages even showed Ethan defending me. With this new evidence, I was once again on the losing side. I was in Jason's hospital room when Chloe called. The man on the bed was breathing peacefully, his face pale. He had finally made it out of the ICU, but he hadn't woken up yet. Jason and I had grown up together. He was quiet, brilliant, and always the teacher's favorite. Even my parents would sometimes say they wished I was as smart as him. I get jealous sometimes. It's normal, even between brothers. But we were still the best of friends. The whole time he was being harassed and cyberbullied. I was out of school on medical leave. The next time I saw him, it was in the hospital. Not long before that, he had excitedly told me he'd met the most wonderful girl in the world, and I had been genuinely happy for him. "Just hold on, Jason," I whispered. "They're all going to pay." Anna's call came. I ignored it. It rang a fifth time before I finally answered. "Noah, can we meet?" Her voice was anxious and trembling. She was desperate to explain. "There are some things I can only tell you in person. Honey, I love you. You have to believe me. Are you and Ethan satisfied, watching me get dragged through the mud?" I said, each word sharp and deliberate. "Anna, I have no interest in being a pawn in whatever sick game you two are playing." "Honey, no, that's not it. I didn't mean for this to happen. Please, just trust me one more time. Let's meet, okay?" I agreed to meet her the next day at 3 in the afternoon, behind a main stage in the grand auditorium, where people were rehearsing for the university's anniversary celebration. Students often rested in the seats behind the heavy black curtain. If Anna wanted to explain, she could do it in front of students from every department. I had already given a few people a heads up. When Anna arrived, I was the only one standing backstage. "Honey," she said softly. Her voice, amplified by the auditorium's acoustics, boomed as if through a microphone. She froze, looked around, and seeing no one, rushed toward me. She threw her arms around me in a tight hug. "Honey, let me explain." I put my hands on her shoulders and pushed her back, closer to the curtain. "Explain what? Didn't you say you would stop talking to Ethan? Why were you on the internet making up lies to defend him? You couldn't stand to see him get criticized, but you were perfectly fine with me getting ripped to shreds online. After all this time, whose girlfriend are you anyway?" "Of course I'm your girlfriend," she said immediately. "Ethan and I are really just friends. It's just, Our situation is a bit complicated right now. She was being evasive. How is it complicated? I asked loudly. Is he secretly your father? She shook her head, her lips pressed into a thin line. She looked me straight in the eye, as if she'd made a momentous decision. He's the father of my child. My jaw dropped. I recovered and looked her up and down. Your child? You're pregnant. I laughed, a bitter, humorless sound. Pure friendship, and you're pregnant with his child? This shameless pair was constantly setting a new low. Her eyes filled with tears. Honey, it was an accident, she sobbed. He was drunk that night, and I was drunk too. I thought you two cut off all contact, I said. Why were you getting drunk together in the middle of the night? Tears streamed down her face. We were supposed to have one last drink to say goodbye, she pleaded. I didn't expect. Noah, I only love you. Really? Seeing her cry, I asked, so, get an abortion. Her expression immediately turned pained. She sniffled. Honey, it's a life. And my parents found out. They're very religious. They would never let me get an abortion. I almost burst out laughing. I cleared my throat. Well, then there's nothing left to say. We're done. My goal had been achieved. With all those people behind the curtain, from every major, this bombshell gossip about Anna and Ethan would spread across the entire campus by tomorrow. Witnessing it firsthand was far more exciting than reading about it online. I turned to leave, but Anna grabbed my sleeve and dropped to her knees. Honey, please don't break up with me. I've already decided I want to be your wife. We've already met each other's parents. When the baby is born, you can just raise it as your own. Okay? Please? Believe me, love is more important than blood. She stared into my eyes, hoping her words would move me. I was truly stunned. I knew she was trashy, but I had no idea she was this shameless. I took 2 steps back, making my rejection clear. I will absolutely not agree to such a morally bankrupt solution. You and Ethan are disgusting. Utterly disgusting. We're done. I spat the words out and started to walk away. But she clung to my pant leg, refusing to let go. Noah, look at the internet. Everyone is attacking you. What if I told them you forced yourself on me? Do you think you'd ever escape that kind of scandal? Noah, you'll never get rid of me. Seeing her hysterical, I decided to provoke her further. What about Jason? Is that how you trapped him too? Did you lie and slander him, so he'd be stuck with you? At the mention of Jason, Anna actually seemed to relax, probably thinking I was just jealous. Her tone became dismissive, her eyes filled with contempt. Him? He was just a pathetic lapdog. You think I could ever like a simp like that? I just manipulated him a little, and he willingly gave me all his money. She didn't get to finish her sentence. I couldn't hold back anymore. I kicked her, sending her sprawling to the floor. Then I pressed a button on a remote. The heavy black curtain began to rise, revealing hundreds of shocked faces. More than 100 students sat there, their mouths agape. Many were already recording with their phones. Chloe was standing closest to the stage. She walked up and slapped Anna across the face again and again. No one panicked. No one tried to stop her. In fact, some people started clapping. There's a level of shamelessness that unites everyone against you. Anna scrambled up from the floor and, faced with a sea of condemnation, finally realized what was happening. She stared at me, her eyes burning with hatred. Noah, you set me up. I'll just let everyone see the real you, I said coldly. Dozens of phone cameras were pointed at her face. In the end, Anna had no choice but to flee in humiliation. Chloe looked at me. You did well, she said softly. I shook my head. Jason tutored me my whole life. I'm glad I could do something for him. People like them deserve to be hated by everyone, forever. When I got back to my dorm, Ethan called. He didn't know what had happened in the auditorium yet. His voice was full of gloating. Guess what, Noah? Anna is pregnant with my child. Ha 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 ha. How does it feel to be cheated on? You can either walk away now or stay and raise my kid. Of course, even if you play daddy, it won't be long before Anna comes running back to me. She'll realize who's most important to her. You'll never be better than me, Noah. I let him finish his long speech. You might want to check the school's Twitter and the confessions page, I told him. Congratulations. The whole campus knows about your little secret. Don't try to piss me off. I'm not falling for it. Ethan scoffed. Haha, I'm going to be a dad. You're just pathetic and raging. I hung up and went to the hospital to see Jason. I told him everything that had happened. I told him that the truth about those two was out and that he needed to wake up soon. It would be a shame not to see his revenge with his own eyes. Chloe was standing at the door. Noah, on behalf of Jason, thank you. Let me know the second there's any good news, I said, hesitating for a moment. Chloe was Jason's twin sister. The moment the idea for revenge had formed in my mind, I had gone to her to plan it. When I was alone again, I posted all the evidence I had collected. The audio recordings and photos from a bar, the threats he made to me on the hike, screenshots of our conversations, and our call logs. I had saved everything. Was he really her guy best friend? Was he really gay? This evidence was more than enough proof. The university's social media exploded. As I released my evidence, countless others came forward. People who knew Ethan said he was part of a group of guys who frequently went to clubs to pick up women together. There was no way he was gay. Ethan called me again and again, screaming at me. I recorded every call and posted it online. After getting burned a few times, he stopped calling. I didn't see him for a long time. I heard he couldn't handle the cyberbullying and took a leave of absence from school. I didn't care. Later, a couple guys came looking for me, saying they were there to stand up for Anna and Ethan. It wasn't hard to guess they were part of Ethan's club-hopping crew. You guys have girlfriends? I asked. They both got nervous. What are you trying to do? I just smiled. Whose baby is it really? I asked them. Don't think I can't see it. The relationships in your little circle are complicated. It's not just about Ethan and Anna. They ran off and never bothered me again. The first time Chloe and I went out on a real date, Anna showed up. She wanted to talk to me alone. We met at a coffee shop. Did you ever love me? That was the first thing she asked. I was speechless. Before I could answer, she started rambling. I was really drunk that night. I don't remember anything. I never meant to betray you. I really don't have any feelings for Ethan. I shook my head. No, I never did. And if you really don't remember anything, here's a friendly tip. Don't forget to get a paternity test done with Ethan when the time comes. The color drained from Anna's face. She got up and rushed out. Whose baby was it? It was hard to say, but they would have a long time to figure it out in prison.